Hi, everyone, and welcome to Spotlight in Business by GTApreneurs. I'm your host, Tammy Defoe, business coach, founder, and public speaking instructor for GTApreneurs. I'm so happy to introduce to you today Charlotte Kirby, owner of the Village Hive, and I'm happy to say that she's going to be the guest speaker for GTApreneurs' next open networking event. That is going to be next Wednesday, June the 9th at 12 o'clock. I hope to see you there. Let's learn more about Charlotte now. Welcome to the show, Charlotte. How are you?
I'm great, Tammy. It's so good to see you. I haven't seen you live for a long time, but hopefully that.
I know. I know, right? I know it's been this whole COVID situation has been crazy, but I'm glad to hear you're doing well. And can you tell us more about yourself and your business?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Tammy said, I'm Charlotte Kirby, and I'm the owner and founder of the original Village Hive in Markham, Ontario. So we're located in a beautiful old heritage building right in Markham Village. And I opened my business back in January of 2016. And I guess I was inspired by visiting a co-working space in Toronto, the Center for Social Innovation, and at the same time feeling a little bit lonely working from home. And when I went to the Center for Social Innovation in Toronto, I found this community of all these different entrepreneurs and remote workers working together. And this was back in 2015, actually. And I thought, wow, this is such a great concept. All these people who would normally be working from home can come together to this workplace, but not only have a space to work, but actually meet other people. And I thought, this is really cool. At the time, I was working in the corporate world part-time and then working from home part-time. And as I mentioned, I was feeling quite lonely at home, and I'd worked from home before for different jobs that I had in my career. And I was really inspired by this whole co-working concept and always kind of had this urge to be an entrepreneur. So, not happy in the corporate job, wanting to be an entrepreneur, seeing this opportunity to build this community of people that would otherwise be working from home really inspired me. And then the building is something I'd driven by so many times. And I had always said to my husband, there's something in that building, something that really draws me there. And I had a feeling one day I would do something there. And then a look for lease sign popped up in 2015 in November. And I took the plunge, quit my job, and decided to open a co-working space. And I've been here ever since. The pandemic has made it very difficult. We were thriving last January 2020. We had so many members here. We had people renting offices, people renting desks, and lots of events. Tammy had events here in the evenings, and we had workshops. We had weekly networking lunches every Thursday. So the place was buzzing, the hive was buzzing, and then the pandemic hit. But despite that, we've remained open, and it's just to a very limited number of people and following all the COVID protocols. But something else that's happened in the past year is we've opened two more sites, or two more locations, one in North York at Don Mills and 401, and then another. Slow start, but we are so raring to go and excited to bring people back into our spaces, because working from home is very lonely. And I'm sure more so than ever this past year. I mean, it was pre-pandemic, and now it's, tenfold, 100-fold, with so many people being forced to work from home versus, having the choice to work from home. And we're not sure what September or even the next few months are going to hold for people that maybe at one time commuted downtown. So it'll be interesting to see how we can help those people stay closer to home, but still get out of their homes to work.
Yeah, and you know what? Again, I can personally attest to the greatness of the Village Hive. I was a co-working member there for several months before the pandemic hit, and before I moved actually from the area, and also hosted several open networking events there. Again, got great feedback. Very nice little place, but so happy that you now have 3 locations, right? So Markham, Duncan Mills and York Mills, and then Eglinton and Yonge. That's fantastic. And you talk about loneliness a lot, right? But there's some other key reasons that people want to do co-working space, right? Some people, you got the dogs, you got the cats, there's distractions at home, right? Children, oh my God, right, with people, the schools being closed. Yeah. So that's definitely, I know, another reason why people like doing it, where, they get to the co-working space and now they can just focus and, okay, now I'm here to do work. Whether you're at home, everything's going here, you're like, oh, let me clean this up here, right? This needs to be organized, right? And it's so easy to get off track, right?
It's so easy to get off track, so easy to get distracted. Some people are good at it. And I find even, some days I even like working from home, especially on a Friday. If you're trying to get out of the city, early, you can get stuff done, but every day it's just too much, I find.
Now, what exactly is co-working? I know what it is, but some people, they have no idea what it is.
Well, exactly. And it's still, we're educating. I think more and more people are probably hearing about co-working, also known as a flex space, space as a service. But really what co-working is, and we have this global community of co-working spaces, which is incredible. And we support each other right around the world. And so co-working is more than just renting space, renting office space. It's about building community. And that's what I'm going to be talking about during our event next week, is the importance of building community. So, but at the same time, yes, we have to get our work done. And so our co-working space, what we offer here and at all of our spaces is a number of different options. So the services that we provide are a shared office space. So you can come in and pick a desk for the day. It might be a different desk every time you come in, and you get the Wi-Fi, free coffee and tea, which is very important. And we have phone booths. So if you need if you need some privacy and you have to jump in a phone booth to take a call, you can do that. We also have private offices. So private offices are available by month to month, or you can rent it by the day, by the hour, and boardrooms. So we have large boardrooms, especially at our North York and Eglinton locations. Even the one in Markham is a large boardroom too. We've had it theirs, so we've got boardrooms at each location, so that when we can all come together again for workshops and networking events. We used to have Spanish classes in our boardroom in Markham. So we have boardroom rental. At our North York location, we have podcast room. So we've got state-of-the-art podcast equipment. And I should be there right now, actually.
Wow. Yeah, that would be great.
I know. Maybe I should do the call from there next week. Yeah. And we also offer, because we've created great partnerships with so many partnerships that will benefit our members. So for example, if you're just starting your business or you're a small business owner or entrepreneur, we've got discounts with people such as Good Lawyer or Owner for setting up your corporation. We also really focus on, which is another very important aspect of co-working, is wellness. So workplace wellness. So we have a partnership with Wellness Works, who provide a discount to our members on wellness providers and provide us with weekly newsletters on just creating self-care or taking care of yourself. And we also partner with Lighthouse Labs, which is a coding business, Lighthouse Labs, and they have discounts on their programming workshops and courses. So we've built all these relationships so that we can help our entrepreneurs, because in a co-working space, one of the biggest jobs of a community manager is almost being like a concierge of services. People are always coming to us and saying, I need a lawyer to incorporate, or I need somebody who's really great at social media to help me with my content. And so we're always referring and bringing in our partners to help out our members, so that we're not scurrying, looking around, trying to help people find things. We've got a list of services, and we also love to promote our members. So if you look on our social media feed at the Village Hive, we are always talking about our members and what they're doing and helping them build their business, because we're really interested in what people are doing. And something that is, I think, the biggest, fills my cup the most or warms my heart the most, is the collaborations that happen in co-working. So when people come into a co-working space and they get to know each other and learn to trust each other and like each other, then all of a sudden they're like, hey, our two businesses could work and complement each other. And that has been the most rewarding thing. And I'm seeing people like an HR consultant and interior designer working together on projects, or an interior designer and a photographer working together on projects. And that is the honey in the hive, is watching these collaborations. And just even, you can imagine this past year when we were all told we had to stay home back in March, and all of a sudden we weren't able to come into the co-working space. Right away, I started Zoom calls, and we met. I think I look back and we did 40 calls. I don't know if it was in a row, but every morning from like, we said we'd just do it from like 9 to 9:30, but it ended up being sometimes an hour, sometimes 2 hours, because we were all in this state of like anxiety and worried. And so it was just a wellness check-in. And, that's why I think co-working and community is so important. So I guess another one of the services I didn't say is totally off the well-being and stuff, but we offer mailing address. So if you are a business and you don't want to use your home address, which many people don't, we also provide that service for our members, is to collect your mail and using our address as your business address.
Yeah, and I know that when I was a member, right, that many of those members came out to my events, right? So that was a good way for me to build my network in that, for me to gain clients. So for people that are looking for new clients, then when you're a member of one of these spaces, then, you have the opportunity to meet all the other members who, again, may become your clients or your referral partners, right? Or your collaboration partners.
Yeah, your events were great. And not just because of the food, which really missing on these Zoom calls, right?
I know, right? Darn it.
Food. No
I know,
potlucks right now.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, but no, I think it's great what you're doing. A lot of people need that. And, especially, that as an entrepreneur, some people, like, they're used to having coworkers, right? I mean, all of us usually at one point in time, we were employees, right? And that was kind of part of the fun of going to work. You see your coworkers, right? So it's like, we want to be entrepreneurs, but you get home and you have no more coworkers.
I know.
Right. And then the motivation just goes down. But when you're there, it's sort of like you have coworkers, right? But, you don't have a boss, sort of thing, right? You're your own boss. So it is kind of cool, And when I was first starting with the business and I was there, it was, again, it was also good too, that I got the structure, right? I was there, I wasn't at home. So I like, okay, like this, get to work, right? And that, and then just meeting the people, have people to chat with. And also too, used to have the lunchtime networking. It was Thursdays or something like that, right? Yeah, just the members, you can get together, bring your own lunch and something like that, and chit chat. So that was a good.
People from all walks of life, like just people from all cultures, and like I remember we used to have the most interesting conversations, like sometimes about business, but also just about, so what are your traditions for Christmas, or do you celebrate Christmas, or what do you do for weddings, and just the funny, or how do you celebrate birthdays? And the best conversations would come out of that, because we have such a that's such a diverse, population in the GTA. So it's really interesting to bring all these different people together from different careers and backgrounds and ages. Like, it's awesome. Where else would you sit in a room full of such different people?
Exactly. Yeah. And then also, being able to connect with them all, because we can learn from everybody.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't matter what the age is of the person or what stage of the business is. It just helps everybody to get better, right? Just implementing what they learn.
Yeah, absolutely.
And another thing I enjoyed as well, being a member, is that is the celebrations, right? For Halloween, you can get dressed up, and there was pictures, and there was
that was funny.
like that, right? And then Christmas too, right? And I mean, obviously it was a potluck. Maybe we're not doing potluck for a while, but people could dress up, and it was a lot of fun. So hopefully, with, again, vaccinations being up, things starting to reopen, you're going to get back to that, right? But at the very least, at the very least, people could come right there, and they could still get a private office right now. They could get the mailing address right now if they want for their business, that they don't have to put their home address, right? I know you also have some online workshops that you offer.
Yes. Yeah, we've been doing, we've done, I think now 16 networking lunches since probably end of January, beginning of February, and all wellness related and business related, and they've been fantastic. We don't have one next week, but then the following week, I believe we're doing a meditation with Tanya Porter from the Inner Circle or Inner Space. She's amazing, and we've got some really great ones coming up for June. We'll take a break in the summer and then bring them back up in the fall, virtually, and hopefully then in person, we're hoping. in the fall. But regardless, I think we'll keep the virtual for
Yeah,
our
you know what?
members and for
Yeah.
people that, do choose from working from home. It's still a great way to connect. And I mean, the whole idea was to keep our community together and let people know about our space for when the pandemic's over. But the thing that came out of it that I didn't even think about is people from all over the world have been joining us, which is really neat. So making connections. And then we say, hey, if you're looking for a co-working space, you're feeling lonely, if you're in Germany or if you're in the States or wherever you are, we can help you find a space because we're all friends. We all work together around the world in the co-working industry. So
Yeah, and then there's that co-working visa, right?
yeah.
That they can go, okay, how does that work?
So if you're a member of one space, that is part of this co-working visa. If, for example, one of my members was when the borders open, going down to New York City or going, to anywhere, it could be, or it could be London, England. If they're part of the co-working visa, then we just have a couple free days, or they will offer our members a couple free days while they're there visiting to come and work in their space, just and vice versa. If somebody from another city is looking for a space or just visiting Markham or our Toronto locations, then we would allow them to come in for a couple days for free.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, so many benefits. And I think that people can't they buy into the health and dental plan as well? Is there something?
We have a health and dental plan for entrepreneurs. So it's a COHIP. And so for people that have no entrepreneurs that do not have health and dental benefits, we offer that we cover the administrative cost for you signing up and optional. So yes, thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I know, because you offer so many different things, right?
I know.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, that you are working for a company, that you get all these benefits and stuff like that, but yet you don't have a boss. You're your own boss. So
I know.
It's really the best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. Well, look, I am so happy to have you as our speaker next Wednesday. Everyone here has to come out, meet some new people, network with us, and then find more about networking with Charlotte and the Village Hive and her other locations. I know that when we can do in-person events, I will be back with Charlotte's new event spaces and that to host some in-person events. So we'll definitely find out about that. And also as well, when you're a member of the Hive and you are hosting your own events there, like she will actually put out advertising. You guys do it on like Twitter or Instagram, or what was the different kinds of?
Yeah, we post it right in our Facebook and on Twitter, Instagram, as well as our newsletters. So yeah, we love to promote our members events as well, for sure. So, double the reach.
Yeah, exactly. The more people promoting for you is the better, right?
Yep. That's all about community. It's all about helping one another.
Yeah,
people work better together.
100%. And that's my philosophy too. More heads are better than one.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, it's always a pleasure to see you, Charlotte.
You too,
and so glad that, we met a few years back there, and excited to have you next Wednesday. So you enjoy the rest of your day, and everyone out there. Yes, please register for next Wednesday's event at 12 o'clock to come out and meet Charlotte, give your elevator pitch for 30 seconds, and connect with the other entrepreneurs.